Well, we're coming around again to the start of a new rugby league season. It's been a bit of a break, but are you ready to get going again?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously a break is nice, but to come back into it and start training back with the girls is really good. I'm really looking forward to it.
And a mixed bag for St Helens last season, obviously winning that Challenge Cup, falling short in the league season. You must be hungry to get back out there and right some of those wrongs, but also build on the things that went well.
Yeah, definitely. I think winning that Challenge Cup, I think that was a highlight of our season, and we wanted to continue that momentum, but obviously at the back end of the year it didn't happen for us. And I think this year that's what we want. We want to try and get that treble back, and we want to compete and fight and be in them finals.
And the big news this year, of course, for the Women's Challenge Cup is it's going to be played at Wembley as part of a double header. How exciting is that prospect?
Yeah, that's massive for the women's game, and I think having it on the same ground as the men and putting the women's game on that platform, I think it's absolutely amazing. I think it's every person's dream to walk out on that pitch at Wembley to represent your club and just to play the sport that you love. So I think playing at Wembley for the women is going to be absolutely massive this year.
Is it kind of testaments of the speed of the growth of the women's game that's become a possibility? Because I'm sure when you started playing it wouldn't have even been on the radar.
Yeah, I think the past 5 years of the Women's Super League, I think the momentum's built, and I think being able to play at stadiums like Wembley, I think that is just absolutely massive for just women's sport in general. And I think it's really important to be able to, for like young girls to be able to see that is an opportunity for them, because I'm sure a lot of young rugby league fans watch the men play at Wembley every single year. So I think having the women play there, I think that's really, really good going forward.
And there's quite a good sort of a trio of rivalries almost building up between yourselves, Leeds and York, the three teams that won silverware last year. That competitiveness as well can only be good for the game.
Yeah, it is, and I think the competitive games are the good games to watch, and I think that's the competitive games is when you grow as a player, and that's when you learn how to handle pressure and be able to just show how well you can perform as a player and as a team. So I think when you play them big tough games, I think that's really good, and like the win is so much more satisfying when you can beat teams that are that good at rugby. So I think it's really important to have that rivalry between us, Leeds and York, and I think it'll be really, really good going into season forward.
And more coverage than ever as well across Sky, the BBC and the Sportsman. Does that kind of give you a bit of extra drive and motivation, knowing that it's going to be there for people to see, and the people watching it might be the next generation?
Yeah, definitely. I think being able to put our sport on them TV, like on the TV platforms, I think it's really important for like young girls and even young boys, just young children in general, to be able to see that there is that opportunity to be able to see that and want to play on the TV. And I think in a couple of years' time, I think that could be an option to be able to like maybe as of a part-time sport. And I think that's really important for like young girls to have that inspiration, see the role models on the telly. So I think it's really good that we are getting put on platforms like that.
You mentioned that you're back in training with your teammates. Are you seeing improvements throughout pre-season? Do you think you're ready to go and improve on last year?
Yeah, we are, and obviously the teams change all the time, so I think it's really important to start pre-season really strong and just build on that. And I think obviously in the women's game it's quite a long pre-season, so I think it's important to build into it and not go in it 100% absolutely manic at the start. So I think it's really important to build that relationship and build that team dynamic again and be ready for the start of the season.
What would be a successful season for you?
A successful season for us at Saints, I think we have to have the belief that we can win the Challenge Cup again, and we have to have the belief that we can make the grand final this year. So I think that's really important to set our goals nice and high and be able to try and achieve them.